All
Wow.
right.
Yay.
You know, almost 10 years ago, we did a final broadcast, and now we're back. So why don't we do it? I guess not for the last time though, but it's 10 after 6 o'clock. New 107 is DWNUFM at 107.5 megahertz in Pasig. Still the loudest and proudest member of the KBP, the one and only home of New Rock. This is New 107. Welcome to Rockdown.
Yeah.
Take it over, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Good to see everyone.
Guys,
Yeah.
hello.
Oh,
Good to
man.
see everybody.
Yep,
Where's
yeah,
everyone?
awesome.
Yeah, where's everyone located? I know Russ is in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yep. It's way past my bedtime, but
Yeah,
it's
Shannon,
worth it.
Where are you?
I'm currently in Cavite right now.
Okay, and
Yes.
Quark is in some mansion somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what? I cannot find my StreamYard, so I'm talking to you through the Facebook Live.
Oh my
but anyone want to
gosh.
share, just share it through your watch party. I know, man. This StreamYard is, that's what happens when you're a polytabist.
Too many apps. Too many apps.
Yeah, too
Tabs.
many damn apps. Close the
Very
Pornhub.
confusing.
And you're in where?
I'm sorry.
Delay ba? Yeah, Chris.
Sorry.
Where's Chris located?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still in Pasig.
Still in Pasig.
Still in Pasig.
Si Castor, si
Si Castor, Cyrus,
We
the
call him
virus.
Castor, yeah.
Mandaluyong.
Oh,
Still in
Oh, you're
Mandaluyong.
still in
I'm-
Mandaluyong.
I'm not surprised.
Yes.
close to home.
And Kiko, you are in
I'm
Pampanga.
in, I'm in Pampanga.
I
Yeah.
actually live
Oh,
near
okay.
But
Yeah, yesterday I took the chance to get a ride coming here because I set up my girlfriend with a fiber connection, and last week was a disaster for me. For everyone who checked out last week's reunion, the 80s 90s thing, the originals were there. Chris was there for a while. Charlie Y, John Gregory, Tom Lupton, etc.
Lupton. Jerry Drees.
Yeah, it was it was
Claire.
sweet. Yeah, Claire. Who I think was everyone's crush back then, right? Even before we got on radio, I know GJ and Jerry Driss and I would listen to Claire's voice and would crush out on her.
Reve for hair.
Yeah, yeah.
and the
No,
Aw.
your hair is your crown and glory. And stuff like that. How's everyone? Because like Russ, when the station shut down, he moved to another radio station and did pretty well there.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
gosh.
forgot
I mean,
that Russ, yeah. Fresh
Yeah.
filter, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. We're okay.
I forgot that when we were putting this together, I was like, oh shit, yeah, Russ went to that state.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
awesome to make. Yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, like in a nutshell, yeah. So after NU was 2005 to 2008 for me, and I think there was a little bit of time there where I disappeared for like a few months, but yeah. And then I think about a year or so later, I went to Jam, which I've stayed in for about 3-something years. And then in 2017, Selena and I emigrated to New Zealand, and living completely different lives now. But just see, having opportunities like this to hang out with you guys and stuff. Those were the days, man.
But you
So,
still have your,
yeah.
you still have your mic. Do you
Yeah.
need that with your day job
I-
there?
Not really, but I did need it initially because I was still doing some voiceover work for Fox and other things. But it's just good to have, It's yeah, it reminds me of who I am.
It sounds great. Let's not
Thank
make
you.
You still get to watch shows there? Do you still get to like rock out in New Zealand?
Yes,
or-
yes, we do. Although, I mean, I don't know if it's just because we're getting a little older, but it's just more work, weekend type of thing. But yeah, we do go out and see gigs when we can, and the music scene here is awesome. It's awesome. It's really good. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot more spread out here. So if we go to the city to watch a gig, it's kind of like a mission. But yeah, we make it happen.
Have you
Awesome.
done it? So have you done it with sheep yet? Because I think that's what. I
Oh man. It's funny, you don't really see a lot of them. That's the first thing you want to see when you come into the country, but you kind of have to go out to see all the sheep, but they're there. They're there. Yeah.
That's Shannon. She's kind of like the baby of the team.
Yeah, still the very shy Shannon. Always shy.
But the baby is now a lady, and she's the baby
Yes,
is now
definitely.
a mom. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
You guys
yeah,
noticed that Shannon put on makeup?
I did.
By the way, today.
This is a very
Meanwhile, tayo
special.
nakatambahay lang.
yeah, actually.
Oh, it doesn't happen every day, so that's why I really prepared for it. I'm still a bit nervous, but it's just the same old Shannon. Always nervous, always shy, but it's just me.
You look great, King.
You look great.
Thank you so. I don't gain weight. I'm a little. Yeah, it's okay.
No, you didn't.
The rest of us look like we really belong in radio and naked.
You got the faith for radio.
Yeah.
Better
Especially
heard
us.
than seen, huh?
Yeah.
Right,
The
Cyrus?
roles
Better
of
heard than seen.
Taurus.
Especially si Cyrus. Sige, yan. Castor, kumusta ka na?
Doing great, actually. Kind of. I mean, I keep myself busy with VO work for the most part and dubbing until this.
What? BO work?
Hey, he took a bath today, I think. Yeah.
Are you voicing any K-dramas or animes right now? Or
No,
Yeah.
for the most part, majority of my projects and dubbing are just stuff that's dubbed to English, and then the rest of the way through, the rest of the
what?
way through, I do radio and TV commercials. I voice radio and TV commercials, digitals, that kind of stuff, and I write too. So like, been
Wow.
pretty busy.
Wow.
You're always
Galing ni
busy,
Castora.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Chris has been working with MCA.
Right.
The
Universal
past
Music
few years.
Group. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
MCA
like,
Universal.
not almost 9 years now. Yep.
Wow.
And
Wow.
still into music.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Taylor Swift and Sam Smith. No, it's kidding.
Yeah. And you Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still in touch with everyone. Still in touch with Kiko and everyone, Quark. So it's actually good. How about you, Quark?
Yeah.
Globe, man.
I know.
I work for the man. No, I don't. But still get to make movies. We have a movie on Netflix called Dead Kids. Please check it out. And Hintayin ng Langit and other stuff. So I'm in Globe Studios, but music is still, right here. We're releasing a new album, Us to Evil Zero, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So after 10 years.
Yeah.
And Kiko, give us a bit of Kiko. What's up with you, man?
I've been through a lot of things after the station shut down. So became a music photojournalist for Yahoo Philippines, and then Yahoo decided to shut down the editorial team of Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yay! Then there was Billboard Philippines, which was like supposed to introduce charts to the Philippines, and then, in my opinion, a lot of people inside didn't quite understand what Billboard really was supposed to stand for, so that went down the drain too. Yay again! And I'm currently working with a music retail chain. So if you want AKG headphones and the AKG Lyre microphone, guys, ay nasa audience, yung mga gusto mag
With all the brands that we've dropped, I hope we start getting free shit now. Because
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be really nice.
Oh, isn't it nice we can say shit?
Yeah, this is not radio.
It's
So.
different, yes.
But let's not overdo it.
let's try to follow the rules.
I wonder
Oh,
who's going to
man.
be the first to drop the F-bomb. That's what I'm like.
Well,
Oh, it's
Can I
gotta
make
be
it yet?
used
I
at the
volunteer
right time.
tribute.
My girlfriend just mixed me a Coke and vodka, so that could be me.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
By the end, by your segment. I know, but you're right after this, right? So
Yeah.
Well, we're 4 hours ahead here, so it's like 10:20 p.m. So I'm already on my fourth beer. So good luck. Good luck for the rest of this
Red horse,
broadcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's really great to see you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen each other on occasion before the Corona thing. You know, we'd bump into each other and stuff. Except for Russ because he's
Well, I'd actually randomly get a call out from Sir Chris, on the street there, like in Ortigas,
Yeah, I
no,
know.
when I was working at Jam. He was like, "Oi, Sir Chris." So yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's good to see all of you. Awesome. This is
I
awesome.
agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yep. Great to see you guys. I think it's about time to move on to the next phase of the Rockdown reunion. We'll have Francis Brew, we'll have Russ Davis, and Kim up next.
first
All right,
country.
guys. We'll see you guys later. It's late.
Oh my god.
All right,
Hi!
Kim. Finally, you made it.
What's up? Can you guys
You
hear
made
me?
it.
Dude,
Ah.
nagpa-makeup ka pa.
Nagpa-makeup
naman.
ka yan.
First time in 2 months.
Naligo ka ba?
Oh, naman. First time in 2 months. Guys,
man.
Rockdown reunion. I was listening
Wow.
to your conversation earlier. So I'm pretty much caught up with Russ and with you, Francis. Yeah, it's good to see that everybody's doing well. And
Yeah.
everybody
yeah.
looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's
We're doing
healthy,
our best.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
For me personally, I'm happy. I'm found my way here in Pampanga with solid connection because it's really frustrating. I mean, these days can induce a lot of paranoia. Trying to communicate with people, even on a casual day-to-day basis, is hard for me. Right. So organizing this whole thing. Oh, and by the way, we to everyone watching now, I think credit has to be given to Kim because she was
Yeah.
the one who
Yep.
who instigated this whole thing. She
Yeah.
sent me a
Thanks,
message like, hey, you want to, because everyone's locked down. Why don't we do this? Blah 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 blah. And I
Yeah.
said, well, my connection is really poor, so why don't you start it? Why don't you? And
Yeah, that's exactly what he said, actually.
yeah. And 3 days later, I was regretting it because grabe yung the production, um, the things that
Yeah.
that Kim and Briggs have to
Yeah.
do to make it happen and to make it as good as it looks.
This is
Um,
amazing. This is more than I ever thought it would be. This there's a lot of work that went into this. Yeah.
The first question I remember when we were talking about doing the reunion was, so are we going on Zoom, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, I wanted to advertising after NU closed down, no Zoom calls for us. But anyway, what happened was, the real thing that happened was, I kind of really, really drilled down my husband, Briggs, to help us actually produce this thing.
Okay.
So thank you, husband. And thanks to my agency team as well. They've been doing a good job
Yeah.
helping out. UP, Veer, Ikat. So there. Thanks, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
amazing. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, it's when you asked me if I was game to do some kind of an online reunion, I thought it would just be kind of like a glorified Zoom chat that we would stream.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is so sophisticated. We've got like 5 different apps going right now. I don't know what's going on,
Russ,
but it looks
Russ-
really what?
You realize you sound like such a boomer right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kala ko
Yeah.
pa ni Sir Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you. Well, this is like not the end of. To people watching, not to keep your hopes up. It's not like NU107 is returning. We're doing this because we're all locked down,
Let's
right?
shoot that
And
down early, yeah.
we just wanted to reconnect with everyone. Maybe we can do this a couple
Once
of
every
times
10
a year,
years.
maybe,
Yeah.
something like that. And hopefully, maybe what Kim and Briggs have done can be done for the first batch of NU jocks, because that was
Yeah.
a straightforward operation. It was,
Pressure, na-pressure naman na to.
yeah.
Naka-pressure to si
Pro
Kiko.
bono lang yan, ah.
It would be nice to have all the batches, this clear and yung malinaw na ganito. Anyway,
So as you guys can see, we're really, really into technology right now.
yeah.
Yeah, we try. Yeah, so thank you to the prod team actually for being patient with us. Okay, so we're doing a little segment right now for this slot. We decided to kind of structure the show a bit, so we're not all over the place because we want to give you guys a show that you deserve. One of the things that we want to talk about actually are epic NU stories. Why? Because I don't know, I probably speak for everybody when I say this, that the craziest and the most interesting things that have happened in our lives was during our stay in NU107. I mean, is that true for you guys as well?
Yeah, I mean, when
For sure.
normally kami ni Kim yung magkadikit sa board work, I'd be the midday guy, and then she'd do the afternoon.
Mhm.
And so every day was like a special strange day for me when she walks in. It's like, oh yeah, she's one of our DJs. It's Kim, and then she's gonna go, okay, last night I got so
Who's
drunk,
this?
and where'd Kim go?
Who is this disheveled person in Daisy Dukes? 30
Yeah.
minutes late. Yeah. and
And
that,
who would've-
yeah.
Who would have thought that girl in the Daisy Dukes is so professional and
Yeah.
put this whole thing together?
I didn't want to say it, but after giving credit to her for organizing this entire thing, like, this is the most organized I've ever seen her. This is the most professional I've ever seen Kim.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't know. She kind of dropped out for a bit there. I'm sure she'll come back in.
Yeah.
For me, that's true. The most epic moments were definitely during my time there. And I hate to be cliche, but the whole thing for me was an epic kind of moment in my life. I never thought I would get the opportunity to be part of the team, and you gave me that shot, Francis.
Yeah.
I think it was because there was some kind of student DJ program which I applied for well
Right.
after you started promoting it, and then I didn't even get a call until the following year, and then it just went from there. So yeah. So and for everything from coming to my graveyard shift after a rub out, couple of dead bodies on the street. Jay's probably in a better position to talk about that, but I was there during the aftermath of that, to random bands kind of just crashing my board work at odd hours, and
And Pepe Smith bringing you beer and getting you drunk.
yeah, it's all that stuff. And
While we go on air.
yeah, I mean, it
know,
was those were the
You're not
days. Those
You're
were
not
the
gonna
days.
get fired now. You can all these things. And those
I
are
still-
Wala memo. Wala
Yeah.
na memo
Wala
ngayon.
memo eh.
Si Kiko yung taga-bigay ng memo. Do you guys remember? It was always him with the memo. Sometimes he takes it so far that he actually shoots you. Like he has a video proof and then he uploads it on the internet on Facebook, and he's like, "This is a memo." And I'm like, "Wow." Thanks, Francis.
I still stand by the fact that that one memo I got, I did not play the entire OK Computer during my shift. This did not happen.
Sure.
I don't know who reported that, but that did not happen.
You know what? Since we're starting already, I think we can start the segment. Epic
Okay.
NU stories. Game. Let's do it.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Who's
God.
that?
so this is the first story, huh? This is Stefan Jenkins of Third Eye Blind.
Oh,
maybe
shit.
Francis- do you guys know the story? Do you remember it?
I know the story. Go ahead, tell
Yeah, dude. Like,
it.
It's so unbelievable. It's like one of the most ridiculous things that's ever happened to me. I'm so dumbfounded to think about it. So basically, they played in Manila. I remember it was like in San Miguel Avenue or something like that, right? Very close to the
Right. Yeah.
office. And on the same day, like I was doing my show, and Francis was just like, hey, we've got a phone interview with Stefan Jenkins of Third Eye Blind, like in an hour. And I was like, oh, okay, right? So Stefan. So I was like, sure, right? It's not Stephen, it's Stefan, apparently.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that he briefed me on, by the way.
Right.
So after that, like he gets on the phone and he's super duper like Tito flirt, right? Like super flirty. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then he was like, hey, so are you watching the show? And I'm like, no, I don't have tickets. And he's like, I'll hook you up with backstage passes, right? And I was just like, whatever, of course I was just playing along because whatever, right? Like the guy doesn't even know. Sure. So what happened was, I don't really remember the details, but I eventually, got the backstage passes from him. I brought along my friends, Niles Chong of Angulo, who's actually helping us out on the show right now, and Miggy Chavez of Chico Sai. So we went to the concert. We were backstage. It was a good show. And then after the show, like Stefan Jenkins leaves, passes by us going towards his dressing room, right? And Miggy Chavez, for some reason, decides to shout, "Yo, Stefan! This is my friend Kim. She was the one who interviewed you earlier, right?" And for some reason, he heard it, right? So he heard it, and then he talked to his security, and then the security just swept me away with them and into his dressing room, right? This picture was actually his dressing room. So we were there, we were chatting. I got Niles and Miggy inside the dressing room. Niles was fanboying because he's a big Third Eye Blind fan. Miggy was eating like the buffet spread that was in the tent, right? So it was all good fun, like it was fun. It was, like, wow, I can't believe this actually happened. I didn't wake up this morning thinking this would happen, right? And then here comes the clincher. So they were about to leave. They were about to go home, go back to their hotel. And then Stefan called me and he's like, hey, Kim, if you want to hang out later, just come over to the hotel. This is my room number. And Kim, don't bring your friends, okay? And I'm like, what just happened? Yeah, I think I literally did not move for maybe 5 minutes. And Niles goes, take one for the team. I'm like, no, dude. No.
Oh my gosh.
Did he say anything like Charlize Theron?
Yeah, she was in the room too. No,
actually, that's what Niles said. Niles was like, dude, take one for the team. That's like Charlize Theron right there. Right. And I'm like, yeah, dude. But anyway, these things only happen to you when you're with, NU. Like, I can't even imagine this happening to, me right now. So
yeah.
Okay, what picture are we looking at now?
Okay, so that's a really I have no poise in that photo. That's one of the two times that that's one of the two times that Diego just I'm hosting an NU event here. This is in UP. Where is it? Not UP Diliman. The one.
Manila, UP Manila.
No, Los Baños. Yeah. So there was a gig there. Sandwich was on the bill, and just in the middle of Two Trick Pony, he calls me over and just puts his guitar on me, and I'm like, holy shit. So I think I managed to play the song, although as you can see there, I'm totally into it. Yeah, that's actually the second time. The first time that happened was at a different gig at Freedom Bar, and I think they were playing So Good. And yeah, the same thing. And that one I completely botched. Like I was playing the wrong chords the entire time, and after a while he just had to take his guitar back from me. But those are the only. I mean, that's that can only. I never thought that would happen, and that's just one of those rare moments where I'm like, oh my god, I played with Sandwich for like 30 seconds, and it's awesome. I was still kind of probably in the early days of when I joined the station here, and yeah, that was awesome. Those were fun times. scared
Dude,
to death, as you can see.
you super look like a deer in headlights in that photo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mukhang kawawa.
Yeah. I think exactly. Oh man. Well,
Wow.
this was, even then I knew that this would be a really rare occasion, and I really tried to make it a point to get a photo with a couple of the all-time greats here. Rest in peace, both Carl and Pepe Smith. Again, see, things that I would never have thought I could experience. There you go. One of these, one just on a random day, they happen to be there. I don't even think they were there for the same thing. They were there for different kind of things to promote, but there it is.
Or
So, yeah.
for the same thing to pay for.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
with
Yeah.
all the respect
Yeah.
to these legends, I mean,
Yeah. And I think, Francis, didn't you play for POT for a bit?
yeah, I did, and
Yeah.
I did live with Carl for a couple of years, and it turned we found out that we were related.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. So my mom, I was interviewed. If you all know Pulp Magazine, I was interviewed for I was part of a feature called Musicians and Their Spiritual Beliefs or whatever. Carl was the cover guy, so the scar and everything. So, like a proud son, if I have any newspapers or magazines where I'm on it, I take it to mom and go, "Mom, I'm inside." So anyway, so she sees the cover and she goes, "Carl Roy, kilala mo to?" Wait, she's Batangenya nga pala. Aragay, kilala mo? So I said, yeah, so and so, and I did say, actually, I'm in a band with him right now, and Roy, itanong mo nga kung may kilala siyang Tanching Roy. And I said, bakit? Because of course you guys don't know my family. But anyway, my mom said, ay, yan yung si Tanching Roy pinsan ni Ka Martin. And okay, blah 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 blah.
So like a really, really far distant relative. But,
Yeah.
our moms just remember all the time.
Right. So I tried to get in touch with Carl, and the problem with Carl is he would always lose his phone. So I got in touch with Kevin, Kevin Roy of Razorback. So I said, Kev, yes, are you related to Tanching Roy? I just wanted to know. And then he said, yes, Lola Tanching. So then I said, cousin, blah, blah, blah. Then I explained the connection. So now every time I see Kevin, or even when Carl was alive, I would call him, Tito. Because technically, I'm their pamangkin.
Saya mo, Francis. So, like, yeah, I'm the nephew.
Okay, I don't appreciate your laugh, Kim. But it's okay because I know I'm the same age as your mom.
There's
my dad, who is also probably my dad's age. I miss Pantry.
Okay, this picture is three wonderful girls in sleeve. Oh yeah.
You did not.
This is
See, okay, this is what happens when people miss out. So you know what, guys, Pantry, next time we have a reunion, make sure you join, okay? We just end up like, talking about you guys behind your backs.
If you're not around,
God,
we'll talk behind your back. I'm Pantry. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Who are these people? No, what I can say about the Rock Awards is the Direct Coco Jimenez, the late Direct Coco Jimenez, when I went to his wake. I mean, this was years after NU shut down, and when I went to his wake, I was like, that's it. Even as an idea, even as if someone says let's do the Rock Awards one more time, even without the station existing, his wake was like, this is it. It's impossible. It's not gonna happen because the Rock Awards, well, it can happen with Quark, obviously, because he has that humor. But Direct Coco was always the one who would always remind us that We are not the Oscars. We are not a formal. We are a rock event. The Rock Awards should always be fun. Should always be irreverent. You know, your guests, make fun of them. You know, we are a rock station. Where's the attitude? Make fun of them. It's okay, etc., 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 etc. Um, I remember him saying, "Guys, it's one of the most irritating things is when you ask when you ad lib and you tell the audience, kumain na ba kayo? Wag niyo sabihin yun. Bakit? Pakakainin niyo ba yun? Pakainin niyo ba sila pag sinabi nilang hindi pa?"
May point naman.
May point naman. His point was, if you're going to ad lib and get the people's energies and reactions, yeah, saying something like "kumain na ba kayo," it's not sincere. It's not in the moment. It's not right. It's a cliche. Like, do you guys want to rock? Of course we do, right? That's also what he said. Don't say, "Do you guys want to rock?" Eh, putang ina, kaya nga sila nandoon because they want to rock. Don't ask it. It's a rhetorical question. You're saying things like that.
I actually want to ask our next guest, our guest for this segment, if that's ever happened to him. Like, like beginning of the career when you start, like, you guys are in bands. Does that ever happen? Like, if it's a big crowd, it's like, "Gusto niyo pa ba? Do you want to hear more?" Like, what are these cliche things that you just, just kind of yell out because it's an awkward, nervous energy. Yeah. So I think, yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, because I want to add something, I want to clarify something with our next guest, because Jerry Driss, one of the original NU107 DJs, had a spell in NU107 Cebu, right? And Jerry would message Myrene and myself and go, there's this really good band in Cebu called, well, our guest will mention the name. Why do we have to keep it a secret? People know naman who our guest is.
Yeah, people know naman. We posted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Hindi, para may konting, anyway.
Pa-mysterious.
Pa-mysterious effect. No, I also want to find out, because my memory is medyo kalat yan. I think nag-DJ rin siya for a while in NU107 but Cebu, but I'm not sure. Maybe let's find out later. Sige. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Let's bring him in.
All right. We're ready for you.
Oh.
Hey, Gab.
Hey, Gab.
Mr.
Gabby.
Alipe.
How are you, man?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, very well. Yeah.
Loud and clear, man.
Yeah. Are you ready to rock?
Do you want to
Kumain
hear?
ba kayo?
Sakto yan, dinner time ngayon. Sincere.
Kumain na ba kayo?
Yeah!
So,
But
Gab,
actually,
yeah. Francis has a question for you. We were discussing. I don't know if you heard when you were backstage about the discussion. Did you ever DJ in NU Cebu? Or
Yeah, I did.
you
Actually,
did?
There you go.
yeah. Before I was even in a band, I was in second year college, and then there was an opening in NU107 Cebu. It was even in Ayala Mall, so it was near my school.
Yep.
So I applied, and fortunately enough, I was able to get in. And then they gave me a really crappy name. They named me Austin the Power for some
you know what?
What?
the movie, the It movie during the time. So they
Instant
I didn't
recall.
even get to
Yeah.
pick my name, so parang acid. But it was a good experience.
Oh, man.
Where are you now? Where are you now during
At home.
lockdown?
I'm at a club. I'm partying at a club.
The
Like
VIP
everyone.
room.
What have you been up to, Gab? How's life been?
Trying different things. Trying to be trying to spend more. Silver lining through all of this is being able to spend quality time with my son and family.
Yeah.
So, trying to learn new things. Kasi walang gigs eh. So, Para hindi stagnant, try to learn new things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same here.
What are you eating, man?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having chippy. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Yep, and also, we were planning to buy beer this afternoon, and then for whatever reason, took an afternoon nap, wala na, and then oh shit, it's almost 6. Anyway, we're here to talk about
Ganyan
Gabby. Yeah.
Hanggang ngayon, ano pa rin eh, buzzer beaters pa rin eh.
Yeah. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I never had a drink while I was on board, only during the last round awards.
Yeah, right.
I,
All those years?
Dude,
I don't know, man.
No. I never had a drink on board. Anyway,
Really?
Gab, pero alam namin, Gabby, that si Kim would always come from drinking.
Wow.
Whenever she showed up.
Wow. Paglagan ka na to.
Yeah.
Gab, ako nakikinig dyan sa mga yan. The night before yun, the night before.
Well, I was.
Yeah, exactly, the night before naman.
It's very surreal to see all 3 of you back in a new event. So I'll say
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I was just gonna add to that. I mean, I can't claim what Francis just did because I got a lot of good training from the techs on my graveyard shift. So it's definitely drinking a lot.
I was a DJ in Cebu. I was graveyard shift.
Yeah.
So at 2 in the morning until 6 in the morning, that was my shift.
Yep.
So,
same. Yeah.
What I do was drink with the techs during my board work.
Those were
And then
awesome.
yeah. Yung parang may, you have to cue it.
Just play some Jesus of Suburbia or some
Yeah,
Tool.
dude. 7 minutes.
There you go. Yeah.
I got so pissed off one time. I got so pissed off one time that I played entirely a whole hour hip hop. One of my hours.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Since
I got tired.
since we were on the subject of graveyard shifts and alcohol, now it can be confirmed. Russ did play OK Computer
No.
in its entirety.
No
dude,
way.
No. Put it this way. This is a compliment for you. It's a compliment for you now. Because OK Computer is a fantastic album. We are not supposed to play entire albums, right?
Okay.
But you're the only guy with that sort of musical taste as far as station's format is concerned. Okay na. Dude, aminin mo na.
Man, I'll never live this down.
Diba, Francis? At least hindi dead air, diba? Russ and the band.
Exactly.
All right.
And by
Okay,
the
I'll
way,
I'll take it.
And I was the king of dead air. By the way.
Yeah, because you'd be smoking outside.
Or taking a long crap.
Yep.
Okay. Kim, can you take over the sequence? We are overtime.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Kim, I'm
producer's
taking.
getting mad at us.
Okay, so for this, we want to do something quite special for all of our listeners. So, we asked Gabby, and he was gracious enough to say yes, to play a couple of songs, some songs that, have been very, very familiar to all of our listeners because, we played a shitload of Urbandub songs back in 107. So, yeah, Gab, anytime.
All right.
I like the parked car one.
The park.
All right. The first 2 songs that I'm going to perform have good significance in terms of being part of NU. The first song was actually the first one that got us played on NU and eventually brought us to Manila. And then the second one, the video was directed by Quarkinax. Let's try it out. Say a prayer for me, 'cause I'm needing you alive. I'm not like his I see the truth in the light. Heed my words, listen to advice. You don't need to run away and take your life. No, can't live this way. No, saw you go for miles and miles, miles and miles and miles. Destination knowing no means or saw you go for miles and miles. So searching, so searching. Just take a look around at the faces that you meet, 'cause everybody's got little things like you. Never fall away. Saw you go for miles and miles, miles and miles and miles. Destination knowing no needs or how. Saw you go for miles and miles. So searching, so searching. Whatever you do, choose a life. The thoughts in your mind, choose a life. Wherever you go, choose a life. Choose a life. Saw you go for miles and miles. Destination knowing no means or how. Saw you go for miles and miles. So searching, so searching. For how, for how, nice. Time has a way of healing, so they say. So why am I still left here to cry? Caught in these weeds of emotions, as people stare, I find there's no real place for me to hide. Well, I've been trying in vain. It's only fooling myself with each passing day. The pain the arms of another. Found out about you. The arms of another. Dying every day since
I've been dying every day since then. Ako yung nagtuloy eh. No?
There we go.
Right now, clearly, it's not me, despite everything you get to. Choose it from surprise with the moment that I finally was through.
Oh, man.
Dying every day since then. The arms of another.
Back up vocals ka ba, Kiko? I can hear it.
We're at the mercy of our machines here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's for everyone. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, I think we've all seen and watched Gabby, perform in intimate settings and big settings, and he always sounds great.
Yeah,
And this is the time when technology is not serving any of us very very well.
The internet gods are sleeping at 7 p.m.
But that was awesome. That was
Plus,
awesome.
it's been raining the whole day. I was actually worried about the
Oh,
internet.
yeah.
Of people.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, there's Gabby. I think he's catching up with some of the messages. Gab, there were some dropouts in your signal, but buti na lang the first song was almost flawless naman the output.
Ang tagal lang number one dun sa
Yeah.
Midnight Countdown, right? Can you remember?
Yeah, everyone on the live comments are requesting for all sorts of urban dub, and yeah, it just brings back so many memories to to hear
Very good memories.
hear you
Someone
sing. Yeah, man.
someone in the comment section goes, aliens are interrupting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of because they can't stand goodness.
Yeah. I'm actually peeking at the chat room right now. Thank you to
Uh-huh.
Nelson, by the way, who's helping us out with the community management for tonight's show.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Much love.
There's just an insane amount of comments coming through on this live comment feed here, and it's just it's just really heartening. I mean, people are still there for NU107. I can't believe it after all these years. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I was looking at our viewer count from the time we began, and I'm like, wow, like we feel loved, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do NU107 again.
Someone goes,
Nah.
nah, it's fine. Dude, somebody goes, Kim gets the award for best lighting. Well, if the director is your husband, certain perks come with it. Thank
Well,
you.
I could have given really good lighting, but give chance to others kasi. So
Ah?
I just
Thanks,
gave
thanks,
myself-
thanks,
I just gave
Francis.
myself, yeah. Just Kim had makeup, the effort.
Exactly. It's not fair, Yeah, let me take the
I have
makeup
this-
kit out. Yeah.
I have
Pwede
this
naman kayo
glass.
mag-makeup.
Ito yung glass. Di ba
Dude,
ito yung uso sa mga Korean, di ba? The glass.
It's what you call it's what you call dewy skin. Francis
yeah,
says
well,
dewy skin.
So it looks like you're sweating all the time. Is that what it is?
It's natural oils. It's all natural.
Such a boy, this Russ David. Chris Roa Caberta, laugh trip si Kiko. I like the parkour one.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sure Gabby gets that a lot, man. Like people
Yeah.
really think that's the title of the song. What else do we have here?
Oh man.
We're gonna try and have a chat with Gabby and to everyone watching. Siguro naman nauunawaan nyo that I know for a fact it's a challenge talaga these days to get a solid connection. Not everyone has
Are you
access
still
to
talking?
that.
Are you still talking about the internet, Francis?
Yeah.
about the
Oh, there's
internet.
Gab.
Okay, there you go. There's
Gab,
Gabby.
you're back. Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah. Sarap ng tugtog.
Remix pala,
Leave
hindi
it
mo
in.
naman
Leave it
sinabi.
in.
Nag-guess siya, nag-guess siya yung ginagawa ko.
Remix yata yun eh.
ECQ remix na evidence.
Exclusive.
Yeah, but you know, Gab, like if you were able to check out the chat room, like people were so happy.
Yeah.
They just want you to play all of your songs. Concert na pala yun. So kanina, Gab, we were talking about, what was that?
It was fun while it lasted.
You kept going. That's the whole point, though. That's awesome.
Yep.
I didn't even see that it was conking out, and then when they glanced, yun nga, sabi ni Direk, your gut is on it.
Dapat
That's a
sa
weird-
segue ka sa ano eh. Kumain na ba kayo?
Are you two ready to rock?
It's kind of the same thing live, though. You know, when the equipment malfunctions live, you know, it's a weird thing for artists. You kind of just keep playing, and then there's a certain point where, okay, do we stop playing? You know, what? It's kind of it's similar.
So, Gab,
Kaya.
I have a
Gab.
question. Are you still game for a last song, Gab? What you think? Yeah?
I don't have a place to go.
Ready to rock?
But wait, Gab, before you give us your last song, what are you drinking? What were you drinking?
Black.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So, Whiskey Man.
Whiskey, yeah. I hate
Awesome.
vodka, but taste na ako because there's nothing else.
It'll do the job.
Beer,
Yeah.
wala pang beer sa tindahan. So,
Yeah.
ito muna.
Kim, what are you drinking?
Oh, actually, funnily enough, I've quit drinking. I haven't drank in maybe almost a year.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Kumunta na ako, guys.
Who are you?
I know, right? Yeah.
It's not
You
the-
still
okay.
have the Daisy Dukes, though?
No, actually, I don't. Shoot.
Oh man.
Aliens have taken over. How about you,
Yeah.
Russ? What's your alcohol choice now?
I'm drinking.
Red Horse pa rin, di na.
I'm drinking beer. We can get Red Horse here. Yes, but it's, you know, if you convert it to pesos, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah,
It doesn't make
I'm
any
drinking
sense.
beer. I'm drinking beer.
Pa-sponsor tayo sa next reunion, 10 years from now.
Well, we're having
Yeah.
these talks for some future thing. So yeah. Anyway, I think Gabby's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So yeah, let's do it so I can
Should
finish
I-
my Coke and vodka.
Uy, grabe, sabi ng direct, not yet daw.
Oh nga.
Si Francis gusto lang uminom.
Okay, yeah. Mas mo pa. Okay.
Favorite ko na ending na kwento. Back home in Cebu, Urbandub was just starting out. We just finished making our first album, Birth, and then I was a PA for San Miguel Beer. I was a stage assistant, and the Dawn was playing, and I was tasked to go around, be the assistant of the Dawn. So Francis Reyes was there, knowing that he's from NU. I had to walk him to and from his hotel, and after their set, hinatid ko sa hotel at the market. I don't know if you remember this. And then I gave you our CD, our demo, by the elevator. And then kaya memorable siya sa akin because I hope you can play this in the raw. This is my band, Urbandub. And then as soon as the elevator's doors close, he points to me, goes, "Salamat." And then in my head, ang narinig, I don't know. Then
Oh
a
man.
year after,
Yeah.
in the row, and then the rest was from there. So thank you, man. It's my favorite memory of you and you. And
Do you remember that, Francis?
I remember the moment. I don't remember that it's Gabby Shampoo. He told me the story a couple of times before. So you know, it's it's one of those. It's one of those nice. But I wish I was like, yeah, that moment. Yeah, I could see that star quality in you. Which. Oh, and by the way,
Star quality.
there's a lot of
Potential.
over the years. I have to admit there are people who compliment me on In the Raw and the impact that it's had, but and I'm going to say this once and for all: no matter what songs get airplay or no matter how much airplay you give an artist or certain songs, if the songs or the artist aren't good, no one is going to like it, right? So, in the case of Urbandub, for example, because they're a great band, they have great songs. That's why they became a success. It's not because of the station. It's not because of In the Raw.
Yeah.
We were conduits for that. But
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, kung tae yung ilalabas mo, tae yung maamoy ng tao. It's that simple. So the reason why everyone knows Gabby and Urbandub now is because great band, great music. Gabby's a great songwriter, and that's it.
Yep.
I actually
Thank you.
remember how I got the Influence album. It was in Big Sky Mind. I was in Big Sky Mind, and then Gabby's ex-girlfriend was selling his CDs to all her friends. So yeah, so I actually bought one from her. She will not
Right
be.
there, oh.
Hi, Kai. Kai, you win at life. No, but then yeah, so that's how I got the CD. I was like, "What?"
Okay. I think we're ready. Yeah, we can
We got the
intro
go
Gab
ahead.
now for his last song. There you go.
All right.
I hope
Gab, thanks for joining us, Gabby.
Hey,
Gabby,
Gab, thanks,
thank
man.
you.
Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
medyo surreal, and then more of this, hopefully. So thank you for having me. Our car is night sky, makes city lights shine like diamonds. Our song plays on the radio. Whoa, oh, oh. We're living it up, make this night ours. We own the I wish this lasts forever. Alone with you tonight, further in you feel so right. Our car is night sky, makes city lights shine like diamonds. Our song plays on the radio. Oh, oh, oh. We're giving it up just a little more. This heartfeltly, I surrender. Arms raised tonight. We're giving it up just a little more. This heartfelly, I surrender. Arms raised tonight. Let's go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Anywhere with you. Anywhere with you. Anywhere with you. Drive me away, cause the night just feels right. Take me away with you tonight. Anywhere with you. Drive me away, cause the night just take me away with you tonight. Anywhere with
Park car, it's night sky. Park car, it's night sky. Make city lights shine like diamonds. Our song plays on. Our song plays on. Our song plays on. Our song plays on. Park car, it's night sky. Alone with you tonight. Park car, this night sky. Alone with you tonight, yeah.
Mabuhay ang NU107. Yeah.